You can copy attachments and elements within attachments, but both are different operations. Let's try copying attachments first. The title block is selected, and we use the copy reference. Let me zoom out a little bit, and we want a copy from and a to. Copy from there and to there. That's very simple. Let's try this again. Let's select the second attachment. Copy. Let's copy in that direction. So very easy to copy. Take a look at the references box though. Our two new attachments, this one and this one, are called tBlock 1 and tBlock 2. They're automatically given numeric attachments to the original tBlock name. You can change this, of course. Just double click on the actual reference and you can change it here, logical name, or click carefully on the logical name itself and change it directly there. Either way will do. Now those copies will behave in exactly the same way as the original attachment, since they're regarded as reference files in their own right. Now having copied them, you can delete them just as easily. A couple of ways to do that. With a reference identified in the references box, you can go to detach, and you'll be asked if that's what you want to do. We'll say OK. Or you can select it and click on the delete key. Delete key. OK. I'm going to undo that last deletion, Control Z, and just ask you a simple question. Why don't we see the elements of the house drawing inside that second title block? I'll let you think about that for a moment. In the meantime, let's look at copying elements from the master file, which is the house drawing. And we'll zoom in just a little bit for that. I'm going to move this out of the way a little bit. Let's say we want to copy this particular piece of text. Simply select it, and we can use the regular tools. So we right-click, copy, from and to, and there's our text. So I can pick up anything in this title block and copy over to the master file. Again, quite useful if you want to permanently place elements and information in the master file, which is already contained in an attached file. Now, getting back to my question as to why you don't see these elements in this attached file, and it's simply because the elements are in the master file and remain entirely in place, whereas the attached file is placed around them, in this case being a title block. To see the elements in this reference file, I would have to first move this one and then move this one to achieve the same result. Which is fine, of course, but you would have to make absolutely sure that you had placed the title block reference in exactly the same place. Otherwise, you see what we see here. The text in the master file is not registering with the correct locations. So we're going to have to move that file again, this time so that we can place our text in the proper place. Which is why you have to be a little careful moving reference files. They can get out of sync with elements in the master file. So try some of those techniques. Try some copies of both elements and attached files.